What's going on, guys? It's DG back with another video. Today I wanted to give my versus video on these bad boys right here, the Nike KD15 and the Nike LeBron 20. Before I start this video, I want to say that these are my personal opinions, so keep that in mind. Let's start with the traction. So the KD15 has a topographical map pattern. The Nike LeBron 20 has this maze pattern that I like to call it. And both of these, I would say, perform equally as well. So I can't choose one over the other. They both have great stops, great traction, great grip, and most of all, they are not too affected by dust. If you do get dust on both of these shoes, then you just need a quick wipe and you will be good to go. Both of these tractions are elite, so I would have to tie these up. In terms of the cushion of both of these both have full-length Cushlon, but the Nike LeBron 20 has Zoom Turbo in the forefoot and a heel zoom unit that is bottom loaded. The KD15s have a full-length Zoom Strobel. The difference between these is that the front portion, the forefoot of the LeBron 20, is way more pronounced because you really feel the Zoom Turbo unit. To me, it really does feel like an oval. You can feel it, you can compress into it, things of that nature. The KD15 is a much more seamless ride throughout. You can't help but feel the full-length ride in these, whereas these, to me personally, I felt a little bit isolated into the forefoot. Now, that doesn't mean this is bad, right? Like, this does not mean that the cushion setup in these are bad. I'm just saying that these are much like Kyrie's and Kobe's, where you really feel the cushion in the forefoot. Now, there is heel cushion, guys, but I play on my forefoot primarily, just like most people. And I know that I play in my forefoot in all shoes, including the KD15, but because this is full length, very, very right beneath your foot, you can't help but feel it more. Now, which one do I like better? I do like the KD15 simply because it's full length, but keep in mind that both of these cushion setups are elite. These remind me more of a Kobe shoe and a Kyrie shoe in terms of cushion, and these remind me of just, a KD. Let's move on to the lockdown, support, and fit, since those are all related. The fits in both of these shoes are true to size, but the fit is better in the LeBron 20. That is because there is heel containment issues in the KD15. There's basically heel slippage. Now for me personally, I have a slightly wide foot. It is also flat. My foot kind of fills up the shoe in a really nice way for the KD15, to the point where like the heel slippage is still there, but it's not too bad to the point where I cannot play in it. So that is a good for me, right? Now, there is an issue with the heel slippage because I actually went to the Nike outlet, tried a 10.5 in the aimbot colorway, and there was still heel slippage. So there's definitely an issue with the sculpting in the Achilles portion of this shoe. The Nike LeBron 20 beats it in terms of fit. Now, when we talk about lockdown, when we talk about support, both of these feature a traditional lacing system. The lockdown is very good in this shoe, and when you lace these up, you feel locked in. Now, the only difference is obviously the heel slippage in these. Both of these shoes are extremely supportive because of the lockdown, but also because they have extremely wide bases in the forefoot. So what that means is that they both have outriggers that prevent you from rolling your ankle over. Ankle support comes from how well your shoe is locked into your foot, and both of these do that really well. Ankle support has nothing to do with how high a shoe is. I guess that would provide like a placebo effect and like additional mental security, but really both of these shoes have great support, great lockdown, great fits. It's just that these have heel slippage. Let's move on to the materials of the shoe. Now you have a mesh upper in these with plastic wings on each side. These consist of a knit upper with Nike Sphere material that is sculpted at your Achilles. The LeBron 20 has to beat the KD15 in terms of materials simply because it is just more premium. And when I talk about materials, let's talk about how well they feel on foot. Now, they both feel equally great on feet. Even though this is less premium, it doesn't mean it doesn't feel as good as the LeBron 20. They're both equally as good in terms of just how well they feel on foot. but I would have to give objectively the LeBron 20 is just much more premium in terms of materials. Moving on to the ventilation of both shoes really quickly, I would have to give it to the KD15. You kind of have this torch style tongue on the KD15. It has like holes on the tongue. The mesh upper has more breathability. The Nike LeBron 20 is not too bad, but it's not as good as the KD15. So let's move on to my final thoughts on both of these shoes. Both of these shoes are guard shoes. Both of these shoes are meant for court feel, and specifically the LeBron 20 is more noticeable because the past LeBrons have not been for guards. So both of these shoes, case in point, are guard shoes. Let's keep that in mind. So if you are a guard, then you will like these. However, both of these shoes are also meant for all positions. Full-length Cushlon, full-length Zoom Strobel, full-length Cushlon, basically a Kobe Zoom setup or Kyrie Zoom setup, what have you. Like, both of these shoes are very good for all positions, but especially for guards because they have court feel. Different types of play. Now, I think that the KD15 is very good if you want a full-length ride in cushion, and if you don't mind the heel slippage. The LeBron 20 is good if you want a balanced shoe overall. This shoe is balanced across the board, and this shoe is also balanced across the board, but the main downfall to the KD15 is really the heel slippage. If I want to be real, if this had better heel slippage, then I would choose the KD15 over the LeBron 20, but right now, I would have to give that slight edge to the LeBron 20 in terms of play. Now, it doesn't mean that like every single time I'm gonna hoop, I'm gonna choose the LeBron 20. I'm just saying that objectively speaking, I do think the LeBron 20 will appeal to more people overall. All ages, all sizes, all weights, all positions. All basketball levels too. High school, college, elementary school, professional. I do think the LeBron 20s are really, really good for everyone. I do think this shoe is elite. I love the KD15. Aesthetically, they are amazing. And they are like my favorite basketball shoe right now, all things considered. You know, depending on how I'm feeling that day, I would choose these over the LeBron 20s, but it is really, really close, guys. Only thing about this shoe is the heel slippage. That is the only thing. This is $150, this is $200. But if you can afford the extra $50, I would recommend the Nike LeBron 20s a lot. They are more catered to everyone. I think these fulfill all the boxes, and unfortunately, this does not check off the box for heel containment, and this one checks off the box for everything. Now, the only main standout that it has over the 20s is the cushion, because I do like the cushion in these more than the 20s. In terms of just objectively, what I would recommend to a person, I would recommend the Nike LeBron 20s. I think that I would also recommend the KD15s, but the only thing is heel slippage and the fit. So like, no one wants to experience heel slippage, so I am a bit hesitant to recommend these over the Nike LeBron 20. But with that said, I would still recommend the KD15 over pretty much like a lot of basketball shoes, right? Like, when all things considered, this is my favorite basketball shoe since the Nike LeBron 20, I guess. These two are my top two Nike basketball shoes right now, by far. So I do not want you guys to leave this video thinking that I do not like the KD15s that much. I do just love the LeBron 20s. I think these are just elite. Nike did an amazing job with the LeBron 20s. That's just my opinion on both of these shoes. So keep that in mind. Or breaking the bank and cannot afford the $200 shoe, don't worry, I think the LeBron 20 will go on sale, but you have to wait a couple of months. The only thing is that I would recommend these to you because they are $50 less, but it's just the heel slippage, guys. Like, that is the main downfall to the shoe. Aesthetically, I think both of these are great. I would still give it to the LeBron 20 because it looks more like a Kobe. These look like a Kobe as well, the KD15, but I do think that the materials, it looks more premium. The swoosh, double swoosh design, I'm really digging. So overall, my final thoughts are that the Nike LeBron 20 is slightly better, maybe like a 0.5% better than the KD15s. The KD15s, if you can get over the heel slippage, these are the best bang for your buck shoe, all things considered, at $150. But if you can afford it, I would recommend the LeBron 20 for sure. These just feel much more balanced everywhere. I think that The KD15s are amazing, but the heel slippage is really the downfall. So let me know what you guys think of both of these shoes. These are my personal opinions. Leave a comment down below. Are you excited for more LeBron 20s, more Nike KD15s? Again, I'll say this for the 100th time. These are both of my favorite basketball shoes right now. And these are the top of the top, cream of the crop, the top of the echelon, whatever you want to say. Like, these are both elite basketball shoes. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Follow me on all my socials at DG Hoops, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.